Hello everyone, my name is Amber and welcome back to Phasmophobia. Today we're going to have a look at what is arguably the most boring and least dangerous ghost type of the game, the Shade. The Shade is well known for being shy and therefore not really doing anything during your investigation. Got a ghost who won't do anything except touch a door once or twice? Probably a Shade. The fact they are generally so inactive does sometimes make them very difficult to locate, and this can make collecting evidence an absolute pain. In this case, you can try placing motion sensors or sound sensors around an area you think the ghost might be in the hopes of pinpointing its exact location. The Shade's evidence is freezing temps, ghost writing, and EMF level 5. Both ghost writing and EMF level 5 rely on the Shade interacting with objects, so they can take a while to get. I believe the best way to find the Shade is to look for freezing temps, assuming you are not playing on Nightmare difficulty when the Shade could potentially hide this piece of evidence. Thankfully, the Shade cannot hunt until average sanity is below 35%, so you've got plenty of time to try and find it. As of the most recent update, Shades were made even more unlikely to give both interactions and ghost events. When the average sanity is at 100%, there is a 0% chance for the Shade to do an event. As sanity decreases, the likelihood of an attempted ghost event to succeed is increased until there is a 100% chance of success at 50% sanity. This does not mean that the Shade will actually do a ghost event. It just means that, on the rare chance it wants to do an event, it will be allowed to do so. So for example, at 75% average sanity, the Shade will have a 50% chance of succeeding an attempted event. However, this does not always mean the Shade will be a dud. On this example, I had the Shade give me a full manifestation ghost event when I was somewhere around 68% sanity. It also interacted with a surprisingly high number of objects, leading me to believe I was actually dealing with an Oni, which was the only other option I had remaining. However, the ghost then ended up giving me ghost writing, much to my surprise. This does not happen often, but it is potentially possible for it to be more active than the average Shade. When the Shade does do an event, it tends to prefer the ghost hissing event. If it does physically manifest, it will always be either the shadow or translucent models. Outside of a hunt, the Shade can never appear as the solid body model. This includes when you light the summoning circle. The Shade will always appear as the shadow model when trapped in the circle, which is a great way to distinguish it from the other ghost types. As the Shade is very shy, it tends to decrease activity when people are around. It will not be able to initiate a hunt when there are multiple people in the same room as it, but be warned that it can just roam to an empty room and start a hunt from there. To test for the Shade, you can drop your sanity to slightly below 50% and then grab a candle. Get as far away from the ghost room as possible to reduce the chance of losing sanity due to a ghost event. Holding the candle will prevent any sanity drain caused from just being in the map, and now you wait. If the ghost does not hunt after a couple of minutes, you are most likely dealing with a Shade. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you found this guide useful. If you did, go ahead and give it a like and subscribe for future Phasmophobia content. And feel free to check out my channel for more guide videos if you haven't done so already. Happy hunting out there!